Good afternoon, my YouTubers and my Facebook family and friends. Thank you guys for tuning in today. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ all the honor and the glory. Thanking him for waking me up this morning. Thanking him for waking my family up this morning. Thanking him for allowing you guys to view this video. Give him all the honor and glory for that. Thank him. It's a blessing. So today's topic for me will be on realizing your wrongs. I probably am the best to realize my wrongs after a deep conversation in my relationship with family or friends. I tend to always, after a day after or hours after, maybe months after, realize my wrongs, right? So this is coming from my experience and what I'm learning and that I'm really growing and developing at, and this is just my opinion on it, right? So when I say realize your wrongs, and it comes from after a deep conversation or your actions that you've after you've done something and you don't think that you was wrong, but everybody else or a couple of people or someone may think you was wrong after you said something or after this conversation or after your actions. Make sense? So after a deep conversation and you don't see eye to eye with this person, or this person might feel that you was wrong from the things that you said, right? In order for you to see eye to eye, you should take some time back and really think on that conversation and really replay that conversation in your head over and over again. Really take time to yourself. You got to be alone when you do this, because it helps you, and it helps your thought process gather all the information that you need, right? So it's good to really be alone when you're trying to realize your wrongs or trying to pay attention to your wrongs. And sometimes it comes up out of nowhere. It comes up out of the blue. And you're like, oh my God, I was wrong. I should never said that. I should never did that, right? So take that time and sit back and relax and really think about that conversation, or think about your actions when someone felt like you was wrong and you felt like you wasn't. Play the whole situation out and really, dig deep and really think deep on what you did, what you said, how you said it, and what you meant by it. Right? And it probably help you out if you write those things down and you literally go step by step with that, and just really think to yourself, right? And if you know you're wrong, the right thing to do is to go back and apologize. Don't leave the big old elephant in the room. That's just wrong and that's immature. Don't leave the big elephant in the room. Take that time, be a man, be a woman, go back and apologize to that person, and then explain in better words or show better actions and what you meant, or how you truly felt about the situation, to where it don't offend that person, or to where they understand you a little bit more. Because sometimes we can say things, or we allow our actions to speak for what we might mean, and sometimes it can come off extremely wrong. It can come off extremely offensive, right? So take that time, and really think about that, and try to correct those things. Go back and apologize. Say sorry to that person. Then try to your best to explain yourself, because you can really harm somebody, or you can really affect somebody's outlook on you or what you meant by something, and tarnish your relationship when you're not trying to. And you'll have this mindset of, man, I wasn't wrong, so what am I apologizing for? I wasn't wrong. Well, I didn't mean it like that. She just took it like that. Sometimes, you have to explain things twice. Sometimes you have to show somebody things twice in order for them to understand you and your viewpoint and where you're coming from. And that's just the sake of common courtesy for that person. Make sense? And it's only the right thing to do to ensure that if someone feel like you're wrong about something, that you think about that. Now, if you're not wrong about the situation, right, and that person is just being just saying that you're wrong because for their own sake, now that's a situation that's on them. They need to take a step back and realize that. But be realistic with yourself, be honest with yourself, and put yourself in that person's shoes and say, okay, well, if he would have said this to me like that, if she would have said this to me like that, would I have felt the way that he or she felt? Right? Now, once you answer that, and you answer that realistically with your real opinion of how you would have felt if that would have got said to you, the same manner and tone and words that you use, if it would have got said to you in that way, and if it would have offended you, and if you would have got mad, then you was wrong. Be that adult, be that grown up, be that grown man, be that grown woman, and go apologize, because that's the right thing to do. Fix your relationship. Don't tarnish your relationship or your communication with someone because you don't want to man up and apologize for your wrongs. realize your wrongs. I feel like once you realize your wrongs and you can go back and correct them, I feel like that is the most mature thing that you can do, because you're growing, you're developing, you're realizing your wrongs. Once you realize your wrongs in a communicationship or in a relationship or any situation, once you can realize your wrongs and you can go back to fix them, when you can realize your wrongs and you can catch yourself and correct those things, that's a huge sign of maturity. That's a sign of growth and development. And that'll literally take you from just growing in that situation, growing in that communicationship with that person, or fixing your actions. They can take you from that small thing to a higher successful place in life, because it carries on. It'll help you in your career life. It'll help you with business making decisions. It'll help you with future relationships, right? By realizing your wrongs and coming to correct them, right? You catch your blessings when you be honest with yourself. You catch your blessings when you always go back and fix things that you know that you could have fixed. Don't tarnish a relationship by not realizing your wrongs and just sticking to I was right. Like, no, don't tarnish your relationship like that. Don't tarnish your friendships like that, right? Because it's not okay. Especially when you know you want someone around, especially when you know it's beneficial for both ends. Make sense? So that's all I have for realizing your wrongs. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Y'all stay positive, stay motivated, stay inspired. Trust God, trust yourself. Set your expectations extremely high. Be out here loving, giving out positive energy, positive vibes. I love you. God love you. Stay blessed. Peace.